Let us jump into it quickly. Yesterday's protest, what was the idea? Even though we saw the placards, what was the idea, especially because we have seen other protests happen for similar reasons? But then what prompted the need to have that one again yesterday?
Okay, I would say we would continue doing, first of all, I'll correct you. It's not a protest, it's a peaceful demonstration.
Oh,
We would
okay.
continue with our peaceful demonstration until, I think that is the whole idea, until they give us back our governor. So that is why we, felt the need to continue with the protest again yesterday, with the peaceful demonstration rather.
No, it's still a form of
Yesterday.
protest. So a protest does not mean violence or destruction of properties. A protest is just expressing your
Yeah.
displeasure with whatever policy of government or actions of government altogether. That's the idea. So you are saying that this would continue. You would continue to embark on these sort of demonstrations.
Yes, we would continue to lend our voice. We'd continue to, keep coming out to the streets, calling out relevant bodies and persons to look into the case of Rivers State so that they can, reinstate our governor back as the executive governor of Rivers State and look into the unjust impeachment of this our sole administrator of Rivers State, because that is not constitutional. And we as women, we don't have much to do except for to stand for our governor that has been for us. Yes.
So how often are we seeing this? Because if you say you are going to continue embarking on this,
As much as our strength can carry us.
so that's every day. Are we seeing that every day,
Not
every week?
necessarily every day, but if our strength can carry us every day, we would do that every day.
All right. On the line, we have the immediate past deputy chairman of Ahoada West with us on the show. Madam, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All right. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So we're just speaking with one of the organizers of a protest, Ekpeye Favor, and she has said that this is something that you want to be embarking on as long as the emergency rule continues in Rivers State. Just to be sure, are you saying that if this emergency rule stays for 6 months, it means we are going to see that kind of protest for the next 6 months?
Yes. Firstly, you said the immediate past chairman of vice chairman of Ahoada West. I'm of Ahoada East.
Okay, sorry, Ahoada East.
My name is Ununuma Bidemi. And the whole idea of the protest, yes, it's a peaceful protest, but we are looking at how to send a message. So I think every week, even if our strength can't carry us every day, but every week we must make a statement. And the world should be ready to hear us out, because the injustice is too much. How can someone from another state come into Rivers State and then start giving orders and summoning the governor, elected governor?
But they have said that the statement coming from the sole administrator had said they did not summon the governor, and that was fake news.
He will deny it. He will deny it, but let the truth be made clear that he did. He did. And the truth now is that we are not ready to listen to whatever they have to say this time around. And without the women getting their peace of mind, which is our peace icon, Safinara Efobara, I don't think that the state will be okay. As in, the state will just be in a clear jeopardy. They will not even rest. Like, we are tired. Do you know when you are tired of the thing, even if you try to force yourself on it, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And the only way a woman can show that is by saying enough is enough. Even if it means for us to continue opening our needs to the world. After all, it has happened in the time past. I remember there was a time in time past when Fela Aníkúlápó Kútí's mother led a protest. They did the same thing and they got their results. Any which way we can embark on this journey to make sure that we get our result. Tinubu must hear our voice. Nigeria must hear our voice. The world must hear our voice. That is just our own stake in the whole matter. We are not interested in doing any other thing but getting the world to hear our voice, and we are expecting the governor of Rivers State, Sasinalayi Fubara. That is all we want.
All right. We have a short commercial coming. As soon as we return, some of the difficulties, because on the other hand, we have some other women who are saying that, they don't want the governor back. They're okay with the emergency rule. Doesn't that then make your message even a lot more difficult, especially when we have dividing voices? Well, after the break, we'll get your response to that. Stay with us. Get on with the conversation on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. onto the live stream and you can be a part of the conversation. You can also watch us live on YouTube at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That's on YouTube. On X, it's Nigeria Info PH. So any of these platforms, you can participate. Also use the WhatsApp number 0809-030-6416. The question we're asking you on Facebook, are you expecting more protests in Rivers State? If you had followed the conversation from the first half, then you must have already gotten the answer to that question. I'll quickly come back to you now, Madam. Let us know. So, you have said that if you can't go every day, you are willing to go every week. But then on the other hand, we have other women who also are protesting and are saying, well, they want the emergency rule to continue. How do you think that would be affecting or wouldn't that be putting a dent on the work you're doing as well?
Okay, sir. First of all, I want to say this here, that they are adults and an individual, different individuals to say. And being an adult entails that you can do whatever you want to do, be it right or be it wrong. It's just your conscience that will tell you if this is right or wrong or you want to participate. But let me tell you where they may get it easy on themselves. They have all the forces, the police force, the army, everybody backing them up, even following them on a convoy behind, the road safety. They have everything at their beck and call. We don't have. That's to tell you the injustice that is being done. We are thrown tear gas at, we are shot at. Why then they have the luxury of having everything accompanying them? But that's notwithstanding. Even the blind can see that those people that have all the forces are being backed up by somebody is bankrolling them. But we that are not being bankrolled, we will not deter them. We will always come out. We will always come out if it will take our strength. And do you know why they will not continue? They won't continue because the backlash on them the day they came out, even the weather was against them. The rain fell non-stop on their head, knowing that they are supporting injustice. But they have their right to do whatever they want to do, but it will not be too long. It will not last.
All right.
But ours are gingered. We are gingered. We are going to come out every now and every time just to make sure that our governor is back and reinstated.
It will be difficult from what you said. Let me come to Ms. Favor in the studio. I mean, with how Nigerian politics works and what we have seen with many rallies and seen even politicians say about political rallies and protests and demonstrations, many have always described them to be sponsored. Don't you think it would be very difficult to convince people that the protest that you are on isn't being sponsored by anyone?
Of course, it will be difficult to convince people that it's not.
Hello, madam. Just hold on. Let's get Favor's position first in the studio, and then we'll come back to you, please.
But if you do your findings, you find out that our own protests are with people that are genuine Rivers people, true Rivers people. And then when I also did my findings, I find out that the counter group, they are hired crowd, mostly non-Rivers indigenes, because if you're from Rivers State, you would not really accept the idea of someone else that is not from this state, to be in charge of your state affairs. So,
but I saw the crowd. Some of the faces I saw there, some of the women, I know them.
Those are the frontliners.
Politicians in the state, they've occupied.
Those are the frontliners of the counter groups. Then when you go inside the crowd, you just realize it's just made up of people that are not Rivers indigenes. While as every person that comes out genuinely just for the support. If you find time to come to any of our protests, you'll be amazed with the level of support and how these women are eager. If you leave these women, they are ready to keep demonstrating morning to night, every day. Do you get? It is just we that are, trying to make it look more organized, so we don't have people, fainting because of fatigue and the rest. These women come out genuinely, and they are so eager to support the governor, and you can just tell that they are not sponsored. There's nothing to hide about it. This is just a pure show of love for the governor of their state.
All right, Honorable, if you can hear me, you want to say something? You wanted to say something to the question?
Yes. I wanted to say that if we are being sponsored, I don't think you will see a situation whereby a woman, your mother, my mother, opens her breast and prays because she believes that every human on earth suckles the breast from their mother. She used that same channel to pray to God that God reinstates that their son. What did they have? People that are just wearing white and walking along the street saying we want that back, want this, want that. They don't have anything to say. If they are being sponsored, they should have genuine lovers.
Okay. How about the fact that some people have said, well, with the way we are going with this protest, it might just give credence to the emergency rule if we continue to have this, especially as we're having now on both divides. Is that not a worry for you that it might send the wrong message and people might begin to look at it and say, well, the state is indeed not peaceful and the protest is a result of that?
Sir, the protest will not result to anything negative. Why I am very confident between you to that is now we have to say.
Hello. Hello, can you hear us? I think the line is breaking.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go on, please.
I said we have the same law of
No.
and there is nothing like state of emergency. So we see that this state of emergency should be taken to that place and then reinstating the governor in this state. That's what I think. It will not work because when women are talking, they know that women are not troublesome. Right? The women are not troublesome. They don't carry. I'm not talking about men. I'm talking of the women. Do we have any power to shoot or fight or anything? The only thing we have, the weapons of our body, we show it to them. If that's what they want to be seen on the streets of River State, they will see.
But to add to it, many will say, well, what about the lawmakers? Because they are also elected and were also suspended. Does the protest cover them also coming back?
They pay them their money and they are not enjoying abroad. They stay there, they've gotten their money because the illegality favored them and they are abroad, sponsored by their illegal wealth and whatever. So I don't think that they have the heart of their constituents at heart. They don't have their constituents at heart. If not, in the face of this trouble, you travel and who does that? Who does that? What are you going to do abroad? What? Come back and fight for right. Why are you abroad?
All right. We'll take a few calls. Let's take a few calls now. I'm sure the listeners have a lot to say. 0817 923 0007. 0817 923 0007. Are we expecting more protests in Rivers State? And the answer from my guests have been yes. And if possible, they are willing and ready to do this every day. On Facebook, lots of comments coming in. This one says, I doubt if the protest will stop in the state. I was shocked that the Nigerian police would tear gas the supporters of the governor and left supporters of the FCT minister to protest freely in the streets of Port Harcourt. Thank God ability. This one says, for me, both sets of people are confused. People need to understand the law. Desi Phillips. What was this? Samuel Gideon says, why won't we invite people like you? Well, people like you have not made yourself available. This one says, let's allow peace reign by reinstating our governor and other democratically elected arms of government. The so-called sole administrator is unknown to our constitution as amended. Please. All right. There's still many more coming in on Facebook. Please try to keep the comments as short and brief as possible. Let's start with Litambari and Bori. So let's just go straight to the question. Are you expecting more protests in Rivers State? Litambari.
If I will give an answer to that question, let me just say one thing I observe. The Rivers people are alleging that there are other violent situations that has occurred in other states, which the federal government has not imposed that state of emergency. There is one thing I tend to ask them. Did they know that some of those states they are comparing to River State and Niger Delta does not have any economic much impact to Nigeria? But if it happens to River State, as it stands, you allow that level of violence to occur here in River State, it will affect a lot of economic value to Nigeria. But if you look at some of those states, why is it that they don't even have much time to eat? It's because there is no much economic impact to the country.
So Litambari, are you in other words implying? Are you implying?
They can't allow it to happen like River State and other Niger Delta states.
All right, Litambari, there's a question. Let me add the question to it. From what you said, are you implying that the federal government is more concerned about the economic impact and what generates revenue for the country as against its citizens?
Very well. In a country like this, and we can see with the present situation, you can't just allow a state of this nature, an economic state of this nature, to go into that level of violence, and then you expect that you have what it takes to lead this country.
So the situation in Benue, I need to say it again so you understand. Litambari, so you are saying the situation in Benue and Plateau is not getting the attention it should get because there are not resources there that the federal government generates revenue from.
Well, I may not say totally.
That's what you've implied from what you said. That's what you're implying already. The economic contribution from those states cannot be compared to River State. Hence, the reason why people are dying there and the government has not seen the need for state of emergency to take care of the lives of those people.
It's an issue that has been crumbling that state, not just today. And they have not been able, the federal government has tried to resolve issues regarding to that herdsmen and whatsoever. It's not just today. It doesn't start today.
Okay, then.
Let me not look at it as if it does not make meaning to human.
All right, thank you, Litambari. We have to go down to Bimini. Ken is calling from there. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Ifeami.
All right.
To your guest in the studio via telephone also. Ifeami, I want to let you know that based on your question, you see, the women who are demonstrating to call back the governor are the right path. But if you ask me, those who are trying to pretend as if the state of emergency is not affecting them are the political studios for the FCT ministers. Otherwise, you and I know what state of emergency administration is all about. You can't tell me that a state where we have a democratic government is now suffering from what we call indirect military rule. And you are telling me that going out to protest, that it is okay for them, that they are saying the reality, or they are telling us that they are okay with this. Talking about the House of Assembly members who are abroad, this is exactly the story of King Solomon in the Bible concerning the two harlots and their baby. I don't know if you are getting me. So if you ask me, the women, according to them, said that if their strength will carry them week to week, they will show the world that they are not satisfied with what is happening in River State. Thank you very much.
Ida from Ikoro, good morning.
Andrew Vemi, good morning. I want to thank your guest in the studio. She don't do very, very well. I don't tell my mama, my wife, my sisters, and my girlfriends, everybody should come out for this protest. Because those people where they are abroad, the lawmakers don't sell River State to cross river. I mean, they just go abroad, go stay. My brother, when Governor Singh, they as governor, the light was shining in River State. Investors are trooping in day by day. But Andrew tell me, how far today? Come to townhouses, everywhere is quiet. It's like we are mourning. My brother, nothing is going on in River State again. Investors are going out day by day. NBA, take their conference to Enugu instead of Rivers State. My brother, what's happening? Hunger everywhere. My brother, I love the women.
All right, Ida, thank you. Let's go to Ahoada, where Weba is on the line. Weba, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Stevie.
All right, go on, please.
I'm off. Yeah, good morning.
Mm-hmm.
I really actually understand the whole thing there. I'm away from the phone, from my radio.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, Weba. Please, I don't know if can you speak directly into your phone? Are you using any device because you're not clear?
I'm not. I'm talking speaking directly to my phone.
All right, go on.
Yeah. The truth of the matter is that I am completely in support of the bring back my governor. But I know there are other groups that are, just like somebody said, pretending to be as if it does not affect them. But in all, I don't even blame anybody. It's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who declared the state of emergency without any cause. To me, without any justification. Where is it? Just like this, you can see the shadow-mindedness of those who support him. Somebody saying because there's no resources in other states, so River State must be taken by force. It's unfortunate.
All right, Weba, thank you. Let's go to Rumigbo. JJ is on the line. JJ, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Yeah.
First and foremost, let me greet Favor and Bidemi. You remember the story in the Bible where one woman said, let's kill the child, let's divide the child, while the other one said, no, is when he grow up, he will know. And you see the elegant lady, the one in the studio and the one online, a typical example of the one that said, let us not kill this baby. And that is where they stand right now. Like our people will always say, now person, I get land, we have foul for the dance. Those who are supporting the sole administration, can they tell us one thing that the sole administrator have achieved over time? NBA conference moved away. You are coming, I don't know, it's just like grabbing, let's just grab. So as far as I'm concerned, these people are fighting for the soul of their state. Like I rightly said, now person get land left out for the dance. So the protest, like they said, anyhow with their strength they carry them, they will do it to make sure that the world hear that the sole administrator is not needed here or any other place. Killings are in Zamfara, killings in Plateau, killings everywhere. The government has not said it necessary. And somebody is telling me, oh, because of oil. Which oil? So those that are bringing the oil now to face maladministration and be...
All right, JJ, thank you. Let's go to Ada George quickly with one more call from Alozie. Alozie, good morning.
Good morning, Mishemi.
All right, let's hear you quickly, please.
It's most unfortunate that some persons who are indigenous of River State, residents of River State, will be standing petty on issues that has to do with sole administrature, which for me does not, have anything to do in the Nigeria Constitution. You and I know that the Constitution explicitly states conditions that will happen in a state before a state of emergency will be declared, which River State did not meet any. So I'm commending the women of River State, the genuine women of River State, who is taking this course to do the normal thing. We are in democratic dispensation. And protest is one of the characters that qualify democracy. So I'm calling on Mr. President to do the needful. He should return back democratic settings in River State.
All right, Alozie, thank you. That's too much we can take. Let's quickly get on to my guests as we attempt to wrap up. First, Favor in the studio. So what is next now going forward? If nothing changes, because, if nothing changes, are we just going to continue the protest until the 6 months is exhausted?
Thank you very much. What is next for us? We've already mentioned that we are willing to continue to embark on the protest as long as as much as our strength can carry us, rather. What is next is that we can only do as much as calling the proper bodies or calling the attention of the president to look into the case of Rivers State and, reinstate our governor. That is the much we can do. Why we also pray to God to, join hand, to put hand into this matter and make it easy for us to achieve our goal. And we are also going to keep calling on people to join voices, because the people are the government. If we say that this is what we want and this is not what we want, the president does not have any choice than to, give us what we want. Okay. Like people have been saying, they mentioned about, you two also asked about, what caused the state of emergency and everything. Rivers State has been peaceful before the whole sole administrator thing. You and I, we reside in Rivers State. There was nothing like unrest or any part of crisis in any part of the state.
Let's hold it and get back quickly to Honorable. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, sir.
All right, in less than 2 minutes. So what is next? Have the women also thought about perhaps a political solution, maybe trying to have conversations or calling on the parties involved in this so this matter can be resolved politically? Is that an option?
Women, I don't know about women calling for political resolution. Whatever. I don't know. I'm not sure of that. But one thing I'm sure of that they are good in praying and a peaceful protest. These are the two things I know about. I don't know about any other side of it. And these two things we are sure that we'll continue doing. And for me, personally, I'll be doing my traditional marriage next week. So for now, I will be a bit low on the political activity. But after it, immediately after it, we go on the street again. That's all I have to say.
All right. Favor, you wanted to say something? Because let me just ask, is it possible to perhaps speak with the actors involved in this, the political gladiators, House of Assembly members, representatives at both the Reps and Senate, to say, well, we are women from Rivers State. Why not you people talk to the people involved in this so that we can settle it?
Okay, that is the House of Representatives, right?
Yes.
That's what you're talking about. Because
in few seconds, already out of time. Can that happen? We just want to get if that's possible.
Yes.
Okay.
It can be possible, very possible.
All right, that's too much we can take. We have to go now. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you too.
Jude comes on next with Hello Port Harcourt.
The people of Israel.